All right. How we doing, everybody? Should be good to go. Thank you for your patience. Sorry, I really haven't been feeling well this week, so doing my best, but we should be pretty good. It's not gonna be the longest pulse party. Actually, not that many signups. Kind of crazy. I mean, granted, it's the rerun, not the original, but Wukong, the first time, is the busiest we've ever been with these things. That weekend, it was like 600, 800, 700, or something like that. It's not going to be that this weekend. But we got some people signed up, so I think we'll get right into it in just a second. We'll wait for a couple people to show up. Then we'll do it. I will say at the end of this, like always, we'll do my summons, like always when I summon. But I will summon, and I probably will summon a lot. I think I have A0 Wukong and A0 Kagiri, and I have 5 polished unpolished soulstones. I really want to get 2 copies of Wukong because then I could A3 Wukong, A3 Kagiri, and have 1 unpolished soulstone left over, which feels like a pretty strong place to be. So that's my plan. So yeah, you can look forward to that. For viewer summons, we have how many people signed up? Someone already canceled because he said a work thing came up. We have 5 viewers signed up. So yeah, smaller session, but honestly should be pretty good. We got Trey, TJ, Hawkus, Darkness, and R-Type. So 2 mods, 2 regulars, and Darkness. If you haven't DM'd me yet, please DM me if you're one of those 5. And yeah, we'll do it. We'll as soon as someone wants to go, we can kick it off. I'll show you. I reached Apex Overlord for the first time ever. I don't know if this will. I can't imagine I'll be able to place here. I don't. How do I see what's next? I know I need to be able to. I should know this. I've done it before. How do I see what's upcoming? So single target's next, but on what day? Do they tell me that? If it's single target, I mean I'm freaking toast. My screen crop is different. Yeah, let me change that actually. I was filming a different thing where I had to change the crop. Okay, that should be good. In 13, oh, this is how you know. Okay, yeah, it's 13 hours. Yeah, so single target. I have no chance with A0 Valderon. There's no shot in hell. The pulls as a vid, I always do. I've never not done that ever. I feel like maybe I could beat this team or we can refresh. I just lost to this team, which I can't believe. I wasn't looking to be fair, but yeah, that hurts. A big thing people do, they're using Thalen to catch, and then they don't use cost gen. I don't know how they get away with it, but they do. I'm tempted to run this back. I wasn't looking. I lost this in the background. They're up at 2267 though, so you know they're doing something right. Cav? Who's Cav? What do you mean I changed my team? Here, let's see if we can find an easier win. See, this is a team. I look at this team and I'm like, I can definitely beat this team, and then sometimes I don't. All right, let's just try this Italian team. 537. Oh my god. What's up, Insidious? All right, so Darkness will go first, and then Hawkus. I still got to hear from Trey, R-Type, and then TJ. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on it, but that's a lot of BP. What happens with these teams sometimes is just towards the beginning when things aren't in a nice cycle, they'll sneak someone by, and then there's not much you can do. All right, couple early clears, 2. We always lose the first one against the Chaos team. All right, let's see. Ingrid is she's doing her thing. See, these are the moments we need, but they're going to clean up now, unfortunately. So we didn't get many points at all, or they're still winning. So this is the 3 rounds of 6, right? It's like these are moments where someone can sneak by, you know? These are definitely, and that's what's going to happen. You see that? Oh, we just told. Oh my God. What literal comedy? Ingrid died? That's insane. I'm now I'm going to fall to Overlord because I'm going to rage and do this again. All right, I'll use my Wood Elf. That's Looney Tunes. That's stupid. Dang. I definitely could get a slightly better build on my Merit. I've got a bunch of gear to recast. Yeah, I'm already an Overlord. Shoot. That was my first time ever in Apex. So if for some reason they're just like, what's the highest you've ever been, not what's the highest you've ever ranked, then I should get the bonus. But I don't know if that's how they're going to do it. Yeah, maybe this is a strat just to kill my Ingrid by inflating the BP. But I'll try to manage it with the Wood Elf and Eloin better. Always a cheat code with the A3 Valeron. Instantly kills everything. It's early points. Or we should make up points here. Not much though. Couple. Actually, that was not very smooth for them. Let's take a peek. She's at 2. Ooh, did they just have someone sneak by? Did I just get a free win? I just got a free win. What the heck? What happened to them? How'd their old team fall apart? Isn't this is the team I just lost to, right? The Italian team? How'd I get that free win? That they had some bad RNG or something? They miss a crit? Is that going to pop us back up to top 300? Let's see. Hey, 35. Weird. Okay, so sometimes you get bonus. Because typically I get 10, but now 35. Because I noticed when I got to Apex, I was like, oh, we're going to get more, right? But there we go. All right, we're back in. Maybe it's at 35 when you re-enter. See, this team I feel like I will beat, but then I don't beat it because Talon's annoying. But we're going to try this team, and then we'll start with the pulls, all right? This will be our last little taste of arena for the day. I'll babysit this run. Hawkus is saying the autos don't work when he does it. Yeah. I find if you're not looking, it will find a way to screw you. That's pretty good. We only lost 2% there. With Merit, I always lose the first round unless I go against the same comp, but 2% will take. But yeah, shout out to Hawkus. He helped me get this in order. This is a great lead right now. Who are they ringing as their? Oh, they're not bringing an Artie. Who's the? This is a weird comp, kind of. Wait, so who are they using? Eunomia, Talon, Cyrene. They're using an Ingrid there, but their Ingrid's not A3, right? So this should be a W. I don't see how I don't win this. Also, I'll turn music on after this. I'm just focusing. Yeah, this is a big lead. She's stacked. Oh, we're gonna clear this out. Yeah. See, this is where having A3, you can't keep up with non A3. If your Ingrid timing is lining up with an A3 Ingrid's timing and you're not A3, you're gonna get screwed. You can win without A3, but the timing needs to be different somehow. Like you can see right now, we're just finishing and they are just about finishing. So this is not good for them. But screw them. I don't care. I'm glad. Got it. Nice. Wow, we even won that. I was just thinking we might only lose by a little, but yeah, it's gonna be hard for us to blow this one, especially since I'm manualing now. And the point of the manualing, at least for my comp here, is just to keep an eye on it. You know, it's not like I'm doing that much, but you can just see if anything's gonna go awry. Ingrid's going perfect halfway through. We're gonna win this one too, because their Ingrid's growing, but my Ingrid's A3. See? So I'm getting, a lot more hits than them. And we win. All right, 2 wins in a row. Pretty good. And that should be a little cushion. See, there we only get 10 again. Also, I'll tell you, once this Apex moment's over, and maybe I'll try single target for a minute, but I will not be able to hang in single target with A0 Valderon. But I'll be done. I don't think I'm ever going to push again until the update, which sounds like isn't even until next update. I don't know, but you never know. They sneak things in. But I'd rather save these for the update, But yeah, there we go. 230th. Not too shabby. Confirmed date for the anniversary? No, but mid-July is what they told me. But then last year they started pre-anniversary stuff. But last year they did the anniversary on like July 5th. I think July 4th, 5th, 6th, something like that, 5th and 6th. And then this year they DM'd me, which means I'm sure they DM'd like War Guides and Prospector and all those people. But I don't know. We got any CCs in the chat? Yeah, I know that update, but sometimes they sneak other stuff into the update. Unless they already did mention the arena stuff here. Oh, they did it. Okay, cool. Highest arena rank reached. See, does this mean placed or ever achieved? Because I am Apex, but I will not finish the week in Apex. This is a big what if. I would like to think I'm going to get the 3,000 coins. Commanders who rank in the server's top 600. What does that mean? Like ever or at the moment of this? Are we all going to should we fight for top 600 leaning up to the update? I think probably I will do that then. What do you guys think of that? Number 4. This will be my second video today for sure. I'll cover the update, but what do we think about that? I don't know. All right, let's do pulls. Night Darkness, you're up first. You ready, Darkness? The zip code, I don't know. Hawkus knows it. There's one zip code that's tax free. I think if you pick like Florida or Texas or something. Did I play Dragonair? Yeah, there's Dragonair videos on this channel, and I'll play it again at least the first month when it comes back to see what changed. All right, let's try to log in. Everybody wish him luck. So it's any of these zip codes that start with 97. I don't know what state that is. I assume it's Delaware, or Florida, or Texas or something. Darkness, it says you need to confirm login on your device. Oh, it looks like you did. Yes, I'm in. All right, let's try this out. I'm assuming it's Google Play. Let's see it, baby. Come on. There we go. All right, guys, wish them luck. Our first account. Let's try to have the energy nice and high because this is gonna only doing 6 accounts today or something. 5 or 6 accounts, I think. I think 6 including me. All right, so first up, he says pity manipulation. And then stop. That's what it looks like. He's typing. Diamonds look extremely high. Pity manipulation only pulled till the first Wukong. Okay. Yeah, he's in very, 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 very good shape. This is Mario music. All right, let's check the pity. We are at 7 pity. So let's take this to 173 if we don't hit early. Wish us luck. And we hit extremely early. First pull of the day is a legendary. It was the first pull of the day, Wukong. Let's see it, baby. Wukong. Nocturne, not too shabby. Yeah, I'm going to pull a lot on my account. I'm going to pull up to probably, I'll go up to 1,000 pulls on my account. I really want to pull 2 Wukong today. So far, so hard, so fast? No, he didn't. Yeah, Nocturne was really good in the game, started and then less popular, but then Gear Dungeon 2, Gear Raid 5 was added, and until like Talon, he was best in slot. You could still argue for certain comps, he's still better. Alright, so it's going to be 6 new pity. So let's take this to 184, right? That'd be another 174. Alright, 184. Let's do 4 singles. All right, if we don't hit early, we're going to do 17 10 pulls. One. Quick reminder to like the stream, guys. It's my first stream in a minute. Haven't streamed in like a week. I have been traveling, it's true. Yeah, today's going to be one of my busiest days. I already filmed 2 videos today, and we're streaming now. I have to film 4 videos for Ethereum Restart in the next 2 days. TLDR, I thought they were going to bail on our contract, so I was postponing doing the videos until I got an answer. But they didn't. Long story there. Maybe I'll do it in a behind-the-scenes, members-only video if you guys are interested. But they didn't, so we're good for at least another month. But that means I've got to crank out 4 videos in 2 days for them before the month's over. And then I was hoping to do another raid stream and another Watcher Realms video today. So if we pulled that off, it'd be like 7 videos we'd film today and 2 streams. We'll see if we can do it. I don't know. My trip was great. Nocturne was your first legendary. Nocturne was my second legendary. I'm pretty sure for me it went Cratch, Nocturne, Regulus. I'm pretty sure. And then Nyx. I think those are my first 4. I know Cratch was first. There we go. Early again. Trip was great, though. Austin is very cool. Let's see. Show me that sweet gold. Brand new Artemis. That's a great pull. Artemis is very best in slot for Gear Raid 1 now with the harder stages. One of my 5 favorite champs in the whole game for sure. What number did we hit Artemis on? So we had 3 pities since then. Okay, so we can take this up to 199. So we hit Artemis at 81. So if we take this up to 199, we are at 118, and then we'll switch. But hitting very early. Nocturne, Setrum, Nyx, that's pretty crazy first 3. Anybody watch my New York Knicks last night? I gotta say, any basketball fans in chat? I want to go on a little rant about Tyrese bitchface Halliburton. He's my least favorite NBA player, at least in terms of on court of all time. He has the worst body language. Wow, another one. The rates are outrageous. That's 3 in like 100. Lakers in 5. Nice. Yeah, Tyrese Halliburton is like, when it's going good, he's the cockiest piece of crap of all time. When it's going bad, he's like this. Another Nocturne. Secret Nocturne raid up confirmed. Pacers in 6. I mean, that's not a very hot take. If they're gonna win, they're gonna win in 6. But God, Halliburton's so despicable. I hate him so much. He sounds like such an idiot in his interviews. He's got the worst. He's like the ultimate like fair weather player. Like when it's going good, he acts like he's freaking Steph Curry or something, or Michael Jordan. When it's going bad, he's like shoulders forward, doesn't shoot, pouting. You're a Globetrotter fan? Why can't you watch Oklahoma City Knicks? What does that even mean? The Knicks have it's gonna be a much more competitive series with the Knicks than the frickin' Pacers. If you think the Pacers have any shot in any semblance of any multiverse of, I mean, both teams are going to get whacked by the Thunder, but if you think the Pacers, I mean, they could get swept. Free throw, oh, come on. It's part of the game. What, Halliburton's dad? It's ridiculous. But I don't care about his dad. He's the player, and he sucks. Pacers in 4. I will bet you every penny I own the Pacers will not sweep the Thunder. You could think of any bet and I would do it. Foul baiting. That's, dude, I hate fans like that. Foul baiting. Literally playing the game. Doesn't take much of an eye test to see that they're god tier scorers, and then they're also really smart players, so they know what they're doing. Freaking Halliburton wishes he could foul bait. That's how you become a consistent player, is by being able to, you know, on top of everything else, get to the line. That's why Brunson and SGA have such a high floor, right? Halliburton scored 8 points last night. 2 of those points were with no time left. It was like 50 seconds left. So he scored 6 points off of like 5 freaking shots, which is pathetic. Literally the definition of being pathetic. That'd be there's no world you could play a game 1,000 times. There's no world SGA or Brunson would do that, because They shoot volume and they get to the line. They like set themselves up for infinite success. Neither is Brunson. Brunson's just a small guy and people drape over him and he takes advantage. It's not foul baiting. Halbert and Steve Urkel. That sounds pretty good. I hate Halbert. But I kind of love the rest of the Pacers. I don't like Miles Turner either, but I love Naismith. Nembhard's cool. I love TJ McConnell. I love Toppin, obviously, as a Knicks fan. It's on IG. All right, we got to do one more and then 5 singles. I mean, that's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous interpretation of events, Kurt. I mean, as someone that watches a ton of New York Knicks basketball, to say Brunson is anything but a god-tier scorer and a super cerebral player is ridiculous. Yeah. That's the other thing. Halburn getting all this credit like he's the superstar leading the Pacers. It's like, no, the Knicks should be winning 3-2 and basically have this series locked. Aaron Naismith was a god. He was like a Tracy McGrady level god in game 1. And that's what will be remembered. In time, people will forget this other stuff and they're going to remember that Aaron Naismith. That will never be forgotten. That's just so unbelievable what he did. Honestly, you can't even be angry. Okay, so we're at 118. So let's do 7 10 pulls, and then if we haven't hit in 7, because that would be 188, then we'll do singles. So 1, 2. I'm counting from Nocturne, right? 3. Oh, was it? Okay, hold on, let's check. We're gonna do it regardless because he wants to pity manipulate. Oh yeah, you're right. 21, 51, 81, 84, 86, 96, 126. Okay, so now we got to do 6 more from here. Unless we hit early again. 1. What's up, Sassy? 2. 3. Ooh, sorry. 4. Yeah, I forgot that we pulled 2 nocturnes. It's crazy. 5. All right, so if we don't hit on the next one, we're going to do single pulls. But I think we're probably going to hit here. We did. Okay, sweet. Phineas or Yuri? Phineas or Yuri? Yuri Phineas. Yuri Phineas. Come on, baby. We'll take it, baby. We'll take it. Brand new Yuri. Huge pull. Yuri is completely and utterly meta for anti-air arena. Until you get Lady Alex, you can punch way above your weight with Yuri. She's like kind of a must-have. There are ways to do it without her, but all else equal, the Yuri team will win. All else equal. Great pull. And then the beauty of pity manipulation, back-to-back legendaries. For anti-air? Oh my god. Ingrid with the new maps, Ingrid's... I don't know if I've seen... If I've... Into Overlord, I don't see any Ingrid teams at all. I don't know. Anybody that... People play a lot more Arena than me. Anyone seeing any Ingrid teams in Apex and in Overlord now? It's like all Yovar and Yuri or Yovar and Lady Alex. That's what I face. I haven't seen any Ingrid. Ingrid's still super, super good for AoE, but I don't see any Ingrid in anti-air. You see some Ingrid and Overlord? Apex now. I dropped Ingrid for my anti-air team. Yeah, Plat 3 for sure. Plat 3 for sure. And AoE Ingrid's still amazing. I think she's still... If you don't have, like, freaking A3, A5, Ardia, and Lubu... Like, only an A1 plus Lubu and an Ardia and a Valderon or something, or a good Gon is going to beat an Ingrid team. And even still, a really good Ingrid Umerit team or Ingrid Talon team. Really good. It's more the map than the monsters for anti-air. Okay, perfect. That's that account. Thank you, Darkness. Give me 1 second. I'm going to log on to Hawkus' account. Hold on. Oh, wrong button. DK. Hawkus is one of the accounts. I was going to say, one of the accounts I usually have the sign-in saved for, but not anymore. I guess it's been a while. All right, that was easy. All right, everybody wish Hawkus luck. All right, there we go. This should work now. Congrats again to Darkness. Pretty sweet. I mean, in the end, right, we pulled him like 280 summons. We got Sung Wukong, Yuri, 2 Nocturne, and an Artemis, 5 legendaries, and like 270, 280 summons, something like that. Let's see the instructions. Current Pity, 61 blues, 12 yellows, start Divine and pull 1 legendary, switch to Wukong, Pity Manipulate unless we hit early, in which case keep pulling everything on his banner, maybe get super lucky and 2 copies for A5. Okay. So is your Wukong currently at A3? Or are you saying 2 more copies after the guarantee? Okay, got it. Sounds good. I start on Divines, he says. We're pretty close to Pity, so we should hit very soon. Actually, we're into Pity, but we might not get Guarantee. Actually, is there a Spiritual Altar right now? Then we will. There's Mari, always teasing us. For a new player, man, if you don't know about the colors changing and stuff, and then you see a cinematic, you're like, yeah! And it's Mari, who does have good awakenings, but still. Guild Boss chests unclaimed. Okay. We'll check after we do the Divines. So that should be 13. 14. Kalina, gross. 15. Oh my god. 16. Don't make it. 17. Oh my god. A Siren. Wow. This looks like full Pity. Which is still pretty likely that it happens, but it always hurts. Let's see. All right, so, yeah, Magda and then 6 pages of 3, so that's 18. Very sad. Is there a Spiritual Altar? Because then we'll get enough. There is, okay. All right, so once we do the other summons... Wait, there's no... It's an ancient Spiritual Altar, not a divine summon Spiritual Altar. Oh, he might be effed. What's going on over here? Oh my god, that's crazy. It's not changes. They do all different kinds of Spiritual Altars. Well, this is crazy. What even is this? All right, hopefully we got something in our guild boss. 4. Okay. Wow, 7 frags. Whoa, 7 frags is. Oh, come on, baby. Not bad, but not what we were looking for. All right, let's try again. No. So now we're up to... Yeah, we have no shot of getting that. We need a gold. No. Galeth, that's not enough information, but congrats on hitting early. Can't give advice if I don't know, you know, what your Wukong's at now and how much you have saved and how much you spend every month and stuff like that. But probably stop, you know, unless you're a big spender, you have a ton saved. Okay, we're effed. We're screwed. That's staying. Well, maybe by Monday, right? This runs through Monday, doesn't it? Yeah, on Monday you could finish this banner off. Okay, so he said you are at 61 blue pity. $7.17. Looks like you counted wrong for sure. This doesn't count if you guys didn't know. So 7.17, 47, 48. You're at 68. You'll get it. 68. So 68, that means we need to do 112, right? We open with an epic, not too shabby. On a single pull, Mariel. All right. Now 11, 10 pulls. Let's go, baby. Wish him luck. The Oracle's trials always change. It depends on previous Oracle trial performances. You get placed in like a rewards bracket. You count to the right. So like this is the most recent, this is the least recent. So guys, if you want to pour one out, if you're having a drink later today, for my sweet puppy Harry, we had to cut off his jewels yesterday morning, so he's having a rough go of it. He's a man without testicles. Your Wukong's at A1 and you're free to play. You got 200 shards right now. Definitely stop. 100% stop. Great position to be in, but as free to play, you can't gamble with 200 with all the stuff that's coming. Yeah, pour 2 out. Pour 1 out for each one of his jewels. He's been handling it pretty well, but he hates the cone. We actually had to bring him back to the vet today to get him fitted for a bigger cone, because he was still able to get to his little where his balls used to be. With the other cone, he was like, yeah, based on previous performance, you get placed in different Oracle trial groups. So yeah, I for example, we'll see, but like I haven't actually, no, I did okay with Vorn, so pretty likely I will be in the, you'll see on mine, I probably am in the top group. But sometimes if you don't pull for a couple weeks, even if you're used to, you know, like I'm using my account, for example, usually when I pull a lot, but a lot of times I take many weeks off. So if I ever take like 2 or 3 or 4 weeks off, something like that, when I come back, I'm in like the lowest group. It depends how many Oracle's trials were in between. We hit early, baby. Let's see. Early Wukong, we wouldn't mind. Brand new Fallon, okay. Lucius, okay. We hit early. We hit early by 2. This is where I was going to stop. So we hit at 178. That's kind of crazy. What difference? If you're in an easier group, it's easier to win. But if you're in an easier group, the rewards on the bottom aren't as good. Okay. So we hit at 111. That's crazy. Very crazy. 111. So we're going to take it to 199. That will be another 87 plus the 1. So that'll be 88. And then we'll switch. Okay. A4 Lucius will take that for sure, yeah. A5 Lucius is so good, so definitely something you want. No problem. But yeah, definitely save. If you're free to play, don't gamble beyond the guarantee. Unless you have a ton saved. Or if it was like a period where a lot of stuff wasn't coming, but a lot of stuff is coming, so. Quick reminder to like the stream, guys. We have 220 viewers, but only 50 likes. You got hearts and Cratch? Well, if it was an A1 hearts, that's good. I think it can be even worse than an Ancient Summon reward. I think the lowest group, it's like the wards are stinky. I don't know about changing the Odyssey quests. They adjust them periodically, and I know eventually they said they were going to add more Odyssey quests. Because they said they were going to make more Init Soulstones available through the Odyssey quests. Alright, you got to do 7 single pulls now. You all got Azor? That's gross. Sorry. That blows. There's an epic. Cyclone. Is Cyclone the worst epic in the game? Who do you guys think is the worst epic in the game? It might be Scorch, honestly. But at least Scorch is usable for like your first couple days if you pull them on day 1 or 2. Which is better, A3 Wukong or Kagiri? Definitely A3 Kagiri. Wukong is already very good at A0. Kagiri doesn't deal much damage at A0. And then at A3, Kagiri's a god. Tattoo video? Yeah, I have it loaded into my editor. It's just weird. Like I went to edit it and I don't know, it's a weird video. It's very different than what I normally make, so I'm hesitant to do it. But yeah, we'll have that video next week for sure. All right, we're locked and loaded. We should be at, what did I say we were at? 88. So let's do 9 of these. That'll bring us to 10 of these, right? That'll bring us to 188, which we should probably hit on the 10th. Otherwise, we'll single pull, or maybe we'll hit early. You never know. That's 1. Brunor is way better than Cyclone. Way better. 2. Philippa's usable. She's bad, but she's usable. 2. Cellcath is definitely not worse than like Cyclone or I'm trying to think. Maybe I shouldn't say definitely. I think Cyclone's worse than Cellcath. That's what I'm trying to say. Most underrated. I think Amani is the most underrated epic. Amani hits super hard. Jorge's not even bad. Jorge's not a bad epic at all. 60. All right, 4 more. Yeah, Jorge's not bad at all. Eligia's not underrated though. How's Eligia underrated? She's the best epic DPS in the game for like multiple things, and I think, yeah, I don't know who underrates that. I think 2 more. I just want to double check. Yeah, 2 more. All right, so if we don't hit on the next one, we're doing single pulls. Olog. You got, I mean, if you got Jorge late, yeah. I mean, if you get almost any epic in the game late, you won't use them. Jorge's good though. All right, let's see it. Come on, baby. You can't argue with new, Hawkus. You can't argue with new. Brand new Tallulah. And there is our Swookie. So what do you want to do? You want to stop there, or what's the plan? You got a new Yuri and Constance. Those are some very good pulls. Burn it all, WUKONG. Okay. Quick reminder, guys. At the end of this, we'll go to Twitch and do my pulls, and I think I'll pull up to 1,000 summons to try to get 2 copies of WUKONG today. That's my goal. A dabs? Don't ask twice. If we hit any WUKONGs early, I'll dab. That's a promise. You use Cyclone to beat 210, but Borit's better. Double Cellcath, disgusting. You didn't have Borit? Oh, wow. Yeah, Borit's better than Cyclone, so that's, I mean... I don't think Gwendolyn's coming anytime soon, man. Maybe Christmas. I think this is from Metroid, this song. I'm not 100% sure, though. Do you want me to sell the rares or no? I will not be playing Godforge unless I partner with Godforge, which seems unlikely because I think... Perhaps rightfully so. I think they're pretty confident they don't need creator help since the game's such a hype. How many limited banners? I can count for you in a second. Malvira, she's a god. It's like, depends on how you qualify, but you know, at worst, she's like the 3rd or 4th best tank in the game. And I'm 1,000,000% sure there'll be content where she's best in slot. I will do one rare sell-off to try to hit one more legendary, and then we'll be done. We'll stop at the next legendary. And if anyone wants to go next, TJ, if you're there, Trey, or R-Type, I think those are our last 3 accounts, can DM me. Guys, quick reminder to like the stream. We've got 250 viewers and only 70 likes. It's free. It's one swift click, and it helps. Halista you can use. Celine and Micah have no use right now. If you had good gear, you could use Micah for Gear Dungeon 2. But Celine has no use. Maybe you could, if you had like Nastya, but you were hurting on some other factions, you could use Celine in a guild boss team, but you would really only do it if you had Giselle to unlock Celine's bond skill. Celine's unusable, but I think she'll get buffed because she's like unusable flocker. She's not even bad. She's not good at anything. Like there's nothing where she's a choice over someone else. Gogron, I don't think will ever come to the summon pool. I don't know why. I don't know why he didn't immediately get added, but you know, if he's not here now, why would he come in the future? A picture of you selling golden. Just save it. Who knows? I save all the artifacts even after I get them +5. You know what's crazy? I've only ever pulled one Sadie, so that's an OG hero, right? And I'm at like 23,000 summons. So there's a real world I would have never pulled Sadie if I didn't get her randomly that one time. Here's another thing. I've never pulled Eloin on my account. Just sometimes you just don't hit. Like luckily I got Eloin as like my card reward. But yeah, you just certain accounts have weird luck. Like I've never pulled Salazar ever. I just got him as the fusion. We're in a tight spot here, fellas. Well, Hearts is a lord. It's not exactly the same. I mean, there's a lot of lords people don't pull. I never pulled a Raka. The Sadie thing gets me because she was back when we had the buckets. She was common bucket too. All right, can we do 2 more and then we're kind of effed? Let's see. Wow, they're making us work, baby. Dolores isn't limited at all. No, same as every other epic. You just notice that you haven't pulled her because she's great. There's probably a few other epics you've never pulled, but you don't care because they're not good. This sucks right now. Oh, right. He's got the 10 pulls in the mail. That's a good point. Oh, and we got all this. Oh, my God. Blue. That's a decent pick. Come on. Oh my goodness. We must be... How far away are we? We've only done 120. So actually, yeah, we're going to stop there. Nothing guaranteed. We can do one more temple, I think. Hold on. Yeah, we can do one more temple. And then you could hit one more time before the end of the weekend for sure. You'll get another 50 pulls, but yeah, dang. All right, who's up now? All right, we're going to do R-Type now. Everybody wish him luck. Should work. There we go. I will pull once everyone wishes R-type luck. Wish the man luck. Come on. Hey, 100 likes. Thank you, guys. The right way to use Lucius is for damage. Unless you need him for Dispel, then yeah, for sure. I have a Lucius guide where you can see that. Hey, you can watch this guide here, how to DPS. Okay. We got R-Type, then TJ, then Trey, then me, and then we're done. Okay, so this is where R-Type's at. Let's pull up the instructions. He says pity manipulate. Okay, and then stop, R-Type. One pity manipulation, and then we stop there. All right, where did we leave things? He pulled the Twin Fiend of all things 22 pulls ago. So we need to take this to 158. All right, let's do it. A3 Ingrid always. A3 Ingrid is everything, man. Can't overstate how good A3 Ingrid is. When it comes to Soul Stones, yes, you want to put them on your best heroes, but you also want to put on your best heroes that have completely transformative awakenings. So like certain people, you could debate who's better, A3 Kagiri, A3 Sung Wukong. Depends on the content, right? Just in a vacuum, those two, A3 Kagiri, A3 Wukong. However, when you take the jump, Kagiri gets to A3 compared to what Sung Wukong gets to A3. I mean, Kagiri goes from a 5.5, 6 out of 10 DPS to a god. Very early. Let's see, is this an early Wukongers? The rates have been pretty good. A0 Diao-Chan versus Dolores. Diao-Chan's still the best for basically everything, but there's... Hold on. There's Silas. Do you have A5 Silas? There's certain content, though, that you would use A0. You'd use Dolores over A0 Diao-Chan, but there's no reason to have an A0 Diao-Chan. Diao-Chan A1 is the most important thing to do on any account. Hey, A4, let's go. Huge pull. What number was that? All right, easy. So we hit him right at 40. So we take this to 99, and then we're at 159. Yeah, 199. Okay. Double Cellcath in the same spot. We've had this like 3 times today. Spot 2 and spot 7, Cellcath. Scripted? Whoa, Cellcaths for days. Updating the legendary tier list. Yeah, I was gonna do that for the anniversary, but I was probably gonna do it by myself because it's very hard to coordinate with creators. But potentially, yeah, collabs are hard to put together. There's a reason most people don't do them. Hey, another early hit for R-Type. Is R-Type's luck completely back? Might be, might be. We haven't hit a single early monkey yet. Nice constants, though, assuming he didn't have A5. There's a constant soul stone in the shop, if anyone wants it. The battle buddy mode? Oh, yeah, we can do that. Apparently that mode's pretty fun, I heard. Double cell cath, all right. What did I hit, anyway? But even R-Type's hard to collab with because he has a job and a family. It's like, what does that even mean? 29, so we do another 59, then we're at 180, we're at 88, right? 29 plus 59 is 88. Yeah, 88, okay. What's your opinion, Peter? Collab with Hawkus? If he wanted. Boom, 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 boom. I gotta do 9 singles. Two, 3. The lag has been here for over an update now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, last one. This is where Hawkus leaves. All right, so we're at 88, so we're gonna do 10 pulls if we have to. See, you see what I say about these guys? They always got an excuse with like their children and stuff. It's crazy. Congratulations, though. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 'Oh, hit one early. We'll take it. We will take it. Hey, we'll take a Malric for sure. There he is. What to focus on as a new player? Yeah, you want to get to 8. What is it? 8-4 in campaign as fast as possible, and then build up a bunch of 6 stars, and then start progressing in the gear aids. And then you want to get one of your gear aids to 18 as fast as possible, and farm that until you have acceptable broken set red gear for the right side or left side, wherever you were. Then you want to get all your gear aids to 18, and then you want to get your first gear aid to 19, and then you farm a crap load out of that. And the game will kind of start making sense from there. R-Type, you want to stop there? Our guild is casual for a competitive guild. That's what I would say about our guild. We're like a low-key competitive guild. We're just as long as everyone's doing stuff, we're not going to get angry if we're doing well or not. I think that's a good thing. Stop, thanks. Okay. Which XP raid? You should only run the bare minimum XP, bare minimum, until you can get to 8-4, so stage 7. After that, that's fine, and run that into the ground until you have enough 6 stars. And if you ever feel like, oh, I'm stuck at this gear raid, if you're using a key hero, like a DPS, and they're not 6 stars, 6-star them, and then see if you're really stuck, you know. Okay, we got TJ up now. Everybody wish TJ luck. We only got 2 more viewers, and then we'll do my pulls. Reminder, guys, I'm willing to pull up to 1,000 summons today. Actually, R-Type, if you're still there, can you DM me? Can't. I gotta re-log in. All right, TJ says, continuous TJ. See, that should work. Yep. TJ says, pity manipulate, and then I'll decide where to pull the rest depending on who I get from the Yuri banner. Okay. All right, guys, wish him luck. Yummy, 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 yum. Bulk enhance. I feel amazing about it. I've wanted that forever. Best way to farm fodder is the shop. Best way to farm fodder, and you should do this for your first couple months in the game. You buy this top row every single refresh every day. Excuse me. All right, let's go and let's see. You got Malric. Back-to-back Malrics. Look at that. 1, so 40. We're 40 in, so we got to take this to 140. Another epic, another Cellcath. We haven't pulled a single early Wukong, no. You'll get a good look at the rates when I do my pulls, because I'm going to pull a lot. Hey, hit very early, 100 pulls early right there. There's our first early Wukong of the day. All right. Let's see what he wants to do. Dang, I would love to hit an early Wukong. I pulled something like 600 or 700. If anyone wants to go back and check for me, that'd be cool. If they were interested. But the first time around, I believe I pulled like 600 or 700 for Wukong and didn't get anything. He says all in on Wukong. Works for me. Yeah, so it looks like we should be good to hit 2 more legendaries, I would think. Maybe a little more than that if we're lucky. Let's do a little sell-off. I want to see what his Wukong is at right now. He's got A3. Okay. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, right? Go try to pick up. Hit early. Go try to pick up that A5. Let's do that. Let's do that. Cheeky little Philippa. All right. Don't need to apologize. I did DM you something though. But any leaks for anniversary? I don't. I'm sorry. I'm vying to try to get the anniversary interview again this year. If they don't want to give it to me, that's fine. But then if they don't give me the New Year's interview, I'll lose my mind. So that's just something they need to be prepared to deal with. Buy all the green and gray heroes if you need fodder. Early on, you can't get as much fodder as you're getting XP. There's another early legendary. Can we go back-to-back Wukong here? Narissa is definitely not even close to the strongest healer in the game, healing-wise. Not even close. I don't know where you heard that. Once you get her all stacked up and stuff, and if you don't ult, so she's maxing everything out range-wise, she's a pretty good healer. She's not that good of a healer, but she's pretty good. And then, yeah, her passive effect is awesome. Her damage is awesome once you do ult. But no, her heals are, I mean, it's nothing compared to someone like Pharisee or Ezrein. And then for AoE, Aelin is such the god. No, her healing's fine. It's like acceptable. But no, it's not special. But the whole kit's amazing. Yeah, he does a lot of clickbait. I don't know. There's Yuri. That's unbelievable. That's unreal. We pulled Yuri on the Wukong banner. We pulled a new Yuri on the Wukong banner. And that's who he wanted. $200 for a hero you can pick. I don't think they would do that ever. A guaranteed, and you get to pick who the guarantee is. Maybe for like the anniversary. I don't know. We'll keep going for Wukong, but that's pretty sick. I'm waiting to see what TJ says. That was sick. Yeah, the luck on this account right now. He wanted Yuri, but then he decided to go in for Wukong. He got the early Wukong, and he got an early off-banner Yuri. It's pretty funny. Yeah, the Lyra kind of banner. I'm sure they'll do something like that again. That banner was a big success, right? To be honest, 8.5k summons is a lot, but it's certainly not enough to have every hero in the game, right? So, couldn't expect to have Hex. With how many legendaries are in the game right now, 8,500 summons, I mean, maybe that'll get you half of the normal pool. Boom, 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 ba-ba-dum. Lyra was basically Christmas. It was right on, right around Christmas. Ardia versus Wukong, different kind of stuff. I'd say with the current state of the game, if you had every single hero, you'd probably end up using Ardia more. But it depends on content, right? Like, against bosses, Wukong is completely goated, right? But for everything else, Ardia is better. And a lot of people, when you get deep in the game, you only care about PvP, where Ardia's, broken, right? She dominates 2 different arena modes, and she's great in GVG. But I mean, they're both really good. To me, Ardia is just much better overall and more unique. So you'll see when I redo the ratings, which I'm hoping to get started next week when I rescale the whole system. But Ardia will still get a triple S probably, and Wukong's probably gonna get a double S. I don't get 22k. Well, I would get 22k once I A3 Kagiri. But no, I get like 20, 21. Yeah, but I would if I pulled 2 Wukongs today, if my plan works, I will have right now I have A0 Wukong and A0 Kagiri. If I had A3 Wukong and A3 Kagiri, I'd probably put up about 28 or 29k in Abyss. I can't imagine more than that. Yeah, there you go. 27 with Twin and A3 Kagiri sounds exactly right. The problem with Twin Fiend is he's a wasted spot. I have an A5 Twin Fiend. He does no damage at all. You think that's too high? You can't think that's too low. I mean, there's no way he's triple S. If you don't know the way I rate, only 5 units get triple S, and there's no way he's a top 5 unit in the game right now. In my opinion, for how I value content. Like, I would never rate Wukong above Hotsit or something. But yeah, it depends on what you care most about. But yeah, it's not a boss killer tier list, right? Cetrum's shield is like an effect, whereas Voron's is a buff, so they stack, and that's crazy. I'll try some stuff with Voron and Cetrum once I build out Kagiri, but I just haven't pushed Abyss in over a month because I don't even use Kagiri. I have them all A0. Top 5 for now. I mean, for sure the top 2 are Diao-Chan and Elowen. Shamir's the only triple S. I agree. I'd have to think hard about the other ones. But Artio would almost certainly be there. I would have trouble not putting Silas there still. I'd have to think about all this stuff. It'd be hard not to put Kagiri there nowadays. To me, Kagiri's just better Wukong for most content. If everything's maxed out, obviously. But I think in this world where they're giving us a lot of free soul stones, you can expect that. It's completely worth it for the first chest. Completely. There's another one. Come on, baby. Have we had to go to pity yet? Maybe this is our first pity. I don't think it was. Yeah, no, he's definitely not, in my opinion. There's an Artemis. Artemis Nocturne secret right up. Yeah, frankly, I mean, in a vacuum, without Narissa in the game, I don't see how you don't rate Pharisee above him, because he's completely required, where Wukong is just amazing. But yeah, I'd guess, gun to my head, I probably would do the top 4. I think I would do Hotsit, Artia. Well, it'd be in order. It would be Diao-Chan, Elowen 1, 2, and then it would be. I think I would do like Artia, Kagiri, Hotsit. That probably would be my top 5. That's for non-lords. Lords is a different list. And yeah, Ingrid's the best lord in the game, so she'll be top 5. Lords, Ingrid, Praetus, Valderon would stay, and right now I had Yovar and Torador there. I think at this point I would be pretty inclined to replace Yovar. I wouldn't replace Yovar. I think I'd be inclined to replace Torador with Soul Cadence. I think that would be my top 5. And then right next to Soul Cadence would be Nastya and Torador. It depends on the content. Diao-Chan is the best non-lord in the game, and I fully her and Elowen. I'd put Yovar over Nastya because Yovar is good in all content. Nastya is better than Yovar in a lot of things, but Yovar is good in everything. I mean, nothing proved that more. Like, you're going to see with the new campaign stages that are coming, I can't imagine how it's not just the Yovar show again, right? The Tower was the Yovar show. What was the other new hard thing we just had? That was all Yovar. I mean, Yovar is just, the Piercers are like the strongest faction, right? For a lot of PvE stuff. Also, Nastya is not really usable in PvP, and Yovar's goated for anti-air. Yeah, I don't see how Yovar doesn't stay top 5. He's only gotten better. Yeah, but the Swiss Army knives I'm describing are still scalpels for key things. I definitely think Ingrid will get a banner for the anniversary. It'd be a waste. I don't see. It'd be they'd be giving up tens of thousands of dollars not to do it. You can check out my tier list. One of the mods can link it. Yeah, what Glaze said. All this content, you just need Yovar now. So I'd probably put Yovar. I'd probably rank him above Valeron right now, to be honest. In terms of like not just a hero but a lord. I think I would go. I mean, I think Ingrid's clearly the best. I mean, you could even argue with the state of the game. I wouldn't do this, but you could argue Yovar over Praetus. I wouldn't do that. Anniversary will be mid-July. But yeah, with Gear Aid 3 Plus, with the new arena maps, who knows, new GVG maps can always revive Yovar there. And then, obviously, Tower. I mean, Yovar is just broken. I wouldn't A5 Ingrid with the Soulstone ever, personally. Her A3 is everything, but after that, Ingrid's A4 and A5 are not as valuable as picking up a Valderon A3 or a Praetus A1. You know, even a Yovar A1, depending on how much you sweat certain content. I would never do it, but... Or certainly a Nastya A3. Oh, my God. Yeah, I would never. Expert Summoner. Hey, you just passed 10,000 summons. Congratulations. There we go. Can this be it? I wouldn't guarantee Kagiri for the anniversary. I think you could guarantee Kagiri will be somewhere around the anniversary, but I could see it pretty likely they're going to run him in August after the anniversary. There's a Setrum. I mean, we're not hitting the extra Wukong, but we're getting some nice stuff. You got Tordor? Congrats. Nothing about Reeve, and frankly, I think they wouldn't run Reeve anytime soon, unfortunately. I wish they did, man. I wish they did. Yeah, there's nothing I'm more interested in than knowing who the next limited hero would be, because all these past limiteds have been so amazing. I mean, the last 4 limiteds are 4 of the 15 best characters in the non-lord characters in the entire game. I'd rate Diao-Chan probably 1. I'd rate Kagiri at 5 or 6. I'd rate Wukong at like 6 to 8. And then I'd rate Honora at like, I don't know, within 15, 13, 14, 15, something like that. Yeah, if I was them, I would run Kagiri after the anniversary, right? You do some big new limited who's a god, and then like 3 weeks later, you have all the other anniversary stuff going on, all the freebies run dry, and then you drop Kagiri. What do you mean we forgot about Lust? I mean, the game forgot about Lust. Oh, someone asked how many limited banners they've run. Let's do one more pull, one more 10 pull. All right, we'll go to Chaos's account. If anyone wants to count how many this is, I'll tell you all the limited banners in order. So it went Reeve, Falcia, Gwendolyn, Lust, Falcia, Reeve. Is that when they did Reeve's rerun? I think so. All right, let me do it again. So I think it's Reeve, Falcia, Gwendolyn, Lust, Falcia, Reeve, Dahlia, Honora, Kagiri, Sun Wukong. Oh, no, it's Dahlia, Honora, Kagiri, Lust, Sun Wukong, Diao-Chan, Honora, Sun Wukong. I might have messed up the Lust by 1 banner, the rerun of Lust, and I might have messed up the rerun of Captain Reeve, but that's exactly how many banners there have been. All right, up now we got Trey. This is our last viewer account, guys. After this, we are going to head on to my account, and I'm going to do, R-Type just made me this nice picture. I'm prepared to do up to 1,000 summons, 2 Sun Wukongs or bust, and I mean it. All right, that's Trey's account. Let's log in. I think that's he's Google Play, right? Yeah, there it is. All right, everybody wish him luck. This is the last viewer account of the day, so please, everybody wish him luck. You don't have any Piercer Lords, you're close to pity. Do you pull for Araka? I would say no. I would never pull for Araka. At this point in the game, I would say Araka's useless. Because what was Araka's claim, right? It's like you could use her because you need a floor unit, but then like use Numera. And if you don't have Numera, I'd rather wait until you got Numera than pull for Araka. I think she's unusable right now. Yeah, I'll do my video. I guess I'll have to do it tonight, but this banner's such a must skip. Unless you're crazy spender or saver and you just really want Cassiel, which I can't blame you. He looks amazing. But I think it's just a hard skip. Anniversary banners are not confirmed anywhere. Also, guys, the anniversary's so far out. Like, how could the anniversary's been? Why would they announce? It's in 5 or 6 weeks, 7 weeks potentially. That's not how this game works. They're not going to announce that stuff early. We can definitely predict we're going to get a freaking Ingrid, but come on, anniversary banner, get out of here. All right, tons of diamonds. What's the plan, Trey? Let me pop it open. He says pity manipulation. Okay. We're 4 summons in, so we got to take this to 176. We don't hit early. We have been hitting early a lot today, though. What's up, Kamran? Yeah, okay, so I'll talk about this in the video tonight, but like if you have a fresh pity and like you don't mind throwing 60 summons at the banner and resetting your Lord Pity because you're fresh, then do it because Cassiel's super cool, right? But if you don't have fresh pity, resetting your pity on Araka is like not the worst it could be in the game, but it's close. But like Ingrid's coming, right? Like Ingrid will be here within 3 months. I would guess she's going to be here in about a month and a half. You know, the best Lord in the game with the best awakenings in the game. So it's a pretty big risk. I would also, if I was them, I'd run a new Lord for the anniversary or right after the anniversary. Last year, what they did is they ran Valeron for the first time ever on Rate Up. What, about exactly a month before the anniversary? And they introduced you Merit. So right before the anniversary, or maybe actually right as the anniversary was starting. It might have been the first week of the anniversary because they did it for weeks. But they did Valeron's first ever Rate Up with Ymerit, who is obviously a god right now. And then it was like 4 weeks later they ran Ingrid, right? 3 or 4 weeks later. Maybe 3. Actually, no, I take that back. It was even crazier. They ran Valeron Ymerit. So Ymerit was new and it was Valeron's first ever Rate Up. Then like 2 weeks later they ran Jira and Praetus, which was Jira was new to the game. And that was Praetus's second ever Rate Up, I think, which was pretty crazy. Valeron did not have a Rate Up before the Ymerit Rate Up. He had a Rate Up after, but not before. And then, where was I? And then it was like 2 or 3 weeks after Praetus, they ran Thalon and Ingrid. So to waste your summons now on, we'll talk about it in the video tonight, but to waste your summons now on Araka just because Cassiel is really cool is crazy, unless you're a big spender or maybe if you're super GVG oriented, I could see him being good there, but also I can't guarantee it, right? I'm not a GVG guy and I haven't tested it. I would think he's got really high BP. I don't know if anyone's tested that. I asked Jake, but he's still working on finalizing the list. If I had A1 Ingrid, would I use 2 Soulstones to get her A3? I had A0 Ingrid and I used 3 Soulstones. Yeah, Ingrid's A3 is everything. There's no better use for your Soulstones in the entire game than these are your pulls, Trey. Yeah. You said you were watching. Prospector has a crazy take. What's his take? I'll be honest. I haven't tested Cassiel, right? I haven't made a video. I haven't tested him. But I've read through the kit about 3 or 4 times. It looks amazing. I don't see how it isn't anything but amazing. Oh, no worries. Yeah, I can DM you next time, but I told you you're next, and then I started. Let me just double check on the pity. Yeah, Vorn, and then we did 110, right? So we're at 114. Yeah, 110, 114. Right, we didn't pull anything early, I don't think. Yeah. All right, so 176 still. His A1's better than Wukong at A4. Is that a crazy take? I don't know. I haven't tested him. I'm reading Cassiel's kit. He's amazing, right? But how do you pull for that? To me, the ancient banners are not for the non-lord. The non-lord's a bonus, right? So let's say they ran an Ingrid banner and Cassiel was on it. You're like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever. But running him with a bad lord, Lord Pity's too important to any normal player. Yeah, exactly. If you're on a fresh pity, I think it's worth it, you know, especially if you're a spender. But even if you're on a fresh pity as a free to play, you know, you can save what? Without events, you save about 50 ancients a month, I think it is, endgame. And most people aren't endgame. So maybe people save 20 or 30 or 40 if they're not endgame. Comparing to A4 Wukong, that is weird, yeah. I would compare to A3 or A5. If I have time, I'll make a video on him tomorrow. I just don't think I'll have time. I gotta do 6 single pulls. You pulled dude. When people say this, are you saying it to troll me? You've done 120 pulls. You pulled Vorn, Crodor, and Lyra. In 120 pulls, you pulled Vorn and Lyra in 120 pulls, and you feel unlucky. No, I'm saying, are you trolling me complaining? That's god tier luck. Lyra and Vorn are excellent heroes, and you pulled them in 120 summons, and you still have your guarantee sitting there for you. Oh, lucky. Oh my god, I thought it said unlucky. I'm just too easily triggered. I'm just a baby. You should be very lucky. You should feel very lucky. Congratulations. I've been burned too many times. I am just crazy. Beautiful luck. Congratulations to you, sir. My brain is auto-correcting. Exactly. All right, last one. Yeah, the first account today, we pulled him 5 legendaries on the way to Wukong. 4 on the way, so 5 including Wukong. Okay, we're at Pity. Our first time doing single pulls at Pity today. The first time we went the whole way there. So let's do it now. And let's see. Keep in mind, guys, right after this, we are going to do up to 1,000 pulls on my account. I need to get 2 Wukong copies. I won't stop till I get 2 Wukong copies. All right, hit pretty early, only 3 into Pity. Brand new Yuri. Does it really hurt, Trey? That's amazing. Beautiful. And we hit another early one. So if this isn't Wukong, this is a free legendary again. Because if this isn't Wukong, we're still guaranteed Wukong at 200. That's crazy. Wow, free Comet. Beautiful. We'll take it. This is great luck. Jeez. All right. There you go, sir. Congratulations. Are we getting Malric's Hall of Illusions this update? I'm guessing no. I mean, it wasn't in the final text, so guess they're going to use that. I think basically they understand it's hyped up now. It's probably like me and War Guide's fault. So now they're going to do it as a July update. That's my guess. All right, pretty dang good. We got ourselves a Yuri, a Wukong, and a Comet. Guys, these are our last viewer pulls. So right now we're going to head over to Twitch, and we're going to do my pulls. I'm pulling a shit ton. A metric shit ton. So I hope to see you over there. I'm prepared to pull up to 1,000 summons for Wukong. I really want to get 2 copies. I want to get him to A2, and then I've got the 5 soul stones. So then I can then I could do my A3 Kagiri and A3 Wukong with a Soul Stone left over. That's my big plan. So hope to see you guys over there. Will I actually awaken or wait for a video? I will wait for a video, but I'll make the video pretty soon. I want to make an Abyss video. No, I will definitely wait for a video. I'm not lying. I'm going to wait for a video. Now, I got to do it soon, though, because my Abyss score needs punch up. I've been waiting for this. No, I'll do it within a week, for sure. For sure. All right, guys, thank you very much. I posted the Twitch link, right? Everyone go to the Twitch. I'm going to start the polls almost immediately because I got a lot of stuff to do today and I'm tired. So hope to see you over there, and bye. Thank you for watching.